Hello you guys, welcome back to Channel Claire. I just wanted to get on here and chat very briefly about our housewives, namely Nene from Atlanta and Potomac, because there's been a lot of dark stuff going on over there. But for Nene, I definitely feel like there's something happening in the background, especially over the Thanksgiving break. We saw a lot of the ladies spending time together in Dubai. Nene, Portia, Cynthia, a couple of the ladies from Real Housewives of Dubai. They were out there having a good old time, and all the ladies look amazing. They look good. They always say, you're not ugly, you're just broke. Because, I mean, my goodness, their glow ups from, first season to now is just incredible. Portia, she's always been very pretty, but and so has Cynthia. But Nene's glow up has been just perfection. I love her hair. The fact that it literally looks like it's coming out of her scalp. I think I heard she said that she wears colormane wigs. Whoever, I mean, it has to be made customized to her exact head shape and exact coloring of her skin for that lace to be so invisible. I love it. But I think that there's something going on. We have been talking about the shakeup with Atlanta, with having just Kenya, Sheree, and Candy back in the fold of the Peaches in Atlanta. That's what we're being told, and the rest of the ladies are gone. And we've been hearing that potentially, possibly, with this shakeup, maybe Nene's gonna be coming back, maybe Cynthia, maybe Portia. I mean, stuff has been happening. And now we have, off the backs of Nene refollowing Bravo, she has also posted on her IG the tastiest peach in Atlanta, and she's in this picture once again looking phenomenal. And I'm like, okay, do you have a peach? Do you have a peach again? Are we going to get a tagline for Nene in 2024, and we're gonna get a whole rundown of and reboot of Atlanta? Is that what happened? She's saying the tastiest peach in Atlanta. Is Nene going to come out as Center Peach in the new reboot of Atlanta is what I want to know. From what I see online, the response is mixed, but I am seeing that a lot of people would like Nene to come back. But what I find interesting is because it did get really low down and dirty at one point between her and Andy. Nene did say some she said some rough stuff. She pretty much called Andy a racist. So maybe Andy took a look at himself, had some introspection, they had a conversation, and now they're back on the right track. I don't know, but I also thought that she would had legal going on with Bravo. She was also working with Bethany on the reality reckoning, but I've heard that she's kind of distanced herself a little bit from that, but then not really, because I just saw Bethany post a tell-all with Nene that was almost 2 hours. So who knows if that was filmed previously and she just put it out now, who knows. But the fact that the ladies are hanging out together, Portia, Kenya, Nene, they were out there in Dubai having a good time, looking phenomenal. Nene is unfollowing all this stuff. She's posting about being the tastiest peach in Atlanta. I think that they are trying to get some whispers. They are trying to get some traction, maybe trying to figure out what the audience, the public, would think of the return of these ladies back to Atlanta. Personally, I think I would love a Real Housewives of Atlanta legacy. I spoke in a previous video that all the ladies returning, that I think Nene, if they were returning, Nene, dang on, Cynthia, Portia, even Eva Marcel, I would like for her to return. Kim, I don't know, but I'd have her as a friend. But Sheree, Kenya, and Candy, they all have story. If they get a good production team behind them to really delve into the story and bring it out and flesh it out and provide it to our screens in a way that is digestible and not like Atlanta, Potomac, whatever they have going on, then I think that they will have a hit. So we're going to keep watching behind the scenes to see what's going to be going on with Miss Nene and the rest of our favorite Atlanta Peaches returning to the Real Housewives. Okay, now moving back into Potomac. Everybody has been saying it really online. I'm sure you have seen it yourselves if you are on Twitter. that this season is really dark and that the ladies just don't like each other. It's very divided. It's just not uncomfortable watching. And I started off doing recaps of like every episode, but then I started to be like, I don't feel like I want to do this. Like, it's not enjoyable because it has gotten so dark and they're talking about things that I just feel like should be off limits. Especially when it gets to this situation with Wendy and Nneka. And I really feel like the situation with Robin, Juan, Giselle, I'm really tired of that whole scenario. And I think that them trying to shade Candace and her relationship with Chris, all that they tried to do last year, and then they also tried to make us, not make us, but they were trying to say on their podcast that there was some truth to this woman who came out talking about, Chris had paid for her abortion allegedly and all this bullshit. She later came out saying she made the whole shit up because she wanted attention, yet thing on Robin and Giselle were like, oh yeah, it makes sense, it has some truth to it, da da da. But you guys don't see the bullshit in your own relationships. That makes no sense. Like, it's delusion, and we get tired of watching delusion episode after episode after episode. And anything you say to Robin about Juan is just gonna go over her head. She simply does not care. They say it themselves. They said it 50 million times since this season has started. They do not care. So if you don't care, get the fuck off of the show. That's how I feel about them. And for Candace in this situation with Ashley, the lawsuit with Michael, they're being really, really hush hush about that. I do think that we're going to be having some, excuse that, people apparently want me to work during work hours, JK. But as I was saying, I think that we're going to see some discord with Ashley and Candace. And the thing is with them, they're so similar that I think, like, I do see that they're similar in a lot of ways, but and that I think makes them butt heads because they see things in one another that they would either want. So like, I think that Ashley has things that Candace may want, and vice versa for Ashley, for sure. With Candace, Candace has her music that is doing very well. Ashley tried to do music. She had a little song. I'm not sure what happened with that. Candace also had the support of her mother for a very long time. In the beginning, she was paying for her house. She later got her own home with Chris. But Ashley is having to stay married to a man simply to pay for the house she's living in. Like, that's why she's staying married to Michael. Like, there is a lot of layers with the two of them that every time they try to move forward, some shit always happens. And really, it's because of Ashley just being messy as fuck. And they don't really like each other. They really don't like each other. But there's going to be an issue with them from the previews that I saw for next week. But what I want to touch on today is Neka and Wendy. What the F is going on there? Okay, so this situation with Neka and Wendy has gotten really, really nasty. Last week, we left off with Neka calling Wendy's mom a witch, okay? Juan bumped into the thing, everything went on fire, and they were saying it was the mama's fault because Neka was talking about her. However, calling someone a witch is just highly offensive, and especially culturally. You've already brought up the Osu claims, which obviously has a very, very negative connotation behind it, and then to proceed to call someone's mother, their mother, a witch, okay? And then proceeded to call Wendy a bitch. But it was presented to us like these women don't know each other. Like, they know of each other, but they don't know each other. But it is very clear that this shit goes personal and it goes deep. The vitriol that Nneka, in my opinion, has towards Wendy and her family is on another level. For her to like call her out of her name in the first 4 episodes. Like, we don't even know you. Who the fuck are you, Nneka? And you're coming out like you guys have fucking history. Like, history. You came out questioning her doctorate, like, oh, what kind of doctor is she? And then talking about once Ashley brought up the Osu situation, talking about like, yeah, I definitely heard of it. Like, I'm not Osu, but I don't know about her. I can't speak for her. Like, implying that it could be a possibility. And then you go to this sit down and you're getting all rowdy when Wendy asked you to make yourself clear, calling her a bitch. It's just a lot. It's a lot for a newbie, and I think that she needs to take several seats. And from what I'm seeing online, people are not liking Nneka a lot, like at all. Like, I don't fuck with Nneka. Like, she gives me horrible vibes. Like, I hope that she is a one and a done, but that probably won't happen. To come in here and just off the literal bat, create issues. So I was online and I did see that Nneka does have a Twitter account. At one point, like for the first couple episodes, she was like saying, oh, did you watch Potomac, this, that, and other. So she has her own Twitter account. She also posted that she has a publicist running her personal account on Twitter. So I'll probably be able to put a screenshot up here. So she's saying that anything stated, let me actually pull that up so I can read it. Yeah, so Nneka posted, I have a publicist who handles all of my media and public relations. Any statements or communication attributed to me that do not come directly from my publicist or her office do not represent my views and should not be considered official. P.S. There's nothing to a cleanup when you're telling the truth. So she posted that on the 20th of November, okay? Now, what's interesting is that this new account has popped up under the name of Nick Turner. The account username is at Nick T1975, okay, 1975. This account is trashing Wendy to the lowest depths. Like, some of the things that they are saying are so offensive that in this thread, I'm gonna post it. In this thread, people are agreeing that this can only come from a person who has personal interaction with Wendy, okay? Because it's so deep and it's so personal, the things that are being said. It's insane. That it just doesn't come from a fan, okay? The tone when I read this stuff to you guys, it just doesn't come from a fan. And seeing how Nneka has talked in the few episodes that we have seen her in, the way that she talks, the tone and everything are very similar to the way that this account is talking. So I'm like, does Nneka have bots? Does Nneka have a dang on side account, a burner account that she's sitting there trashing Wendy on? Literally every tweet has the hashtag RHOP, okay? So if you look it up, you're gonna fucking see it. And are you trying to sway the narrative? So now we have two Nigerian women fighting and being pit against each other, which it should not be that way. It just shouldn't. And this stuff is low down and dirty. So I'm gonna share it with you. I do know and feel, because we've seen it over on dang on Beverly Hills with the newbie Diane Jenkins, whatever the fuck her name was. Allegedly, apparently, maybe she had gotten some bots and went after Garcelle's kids. There was a whole ordeal there. I know about the bots, dealing with the Johnny Depp case and everything. Bots are a thing online. But this, to me, doesn't seem like a bot. This seems like a person who knows Wendy and has a bone to pick, hates her, and has decided they're going to create an account and spew all of this damaging verbiage out online for people to see, to try to make the narrative sway possibly towards Nneka and have people really, really hate Wendy. So let's look at this. So mind you, I told you that Nneka made that post about, oh, I have a publicist for all of my socials, you know, if it doesn't come from this, it's not official, whatever. So that was posted November 20th, right? This account was started November of this year, alrighty? So she has her personal account that she says allegedly, this is me speculating, so she has her official account that she has her publicist working, then she went and made her own fucking burner account where she could sit there and trash Wendy and drag her for fucking filth. But that just means you really have nothing else going on. You have nothing else going on for yourself, and you want to take down this woman because you want to be where she is. But the thing is, Nneka, you got to pay your dues. You just came into this shit. Wendy has been here for some seasons. You have to pay your dues. You are not just going to come up here and think that you're going to take over and be a fan favorite over Wendy. Like, it's not going to happen if that's what you thought was going to happen. And quite honestly, Nneka showing the fact that Wendy's mom called or Wendy's sister called or whoever the hell, if you're calling their family Osu, right, which is something that is very offensive from what we're hearing, and claiming that her mother is a witch, like those conversations were happening and it was said on TV, then I don't see a problem with Nneka's mom, I mean, not Nneka's mom, Wendy's mom calling up like, keep my name out of your fucking mouth. Like, if y'all want to see some shit, I can show you some shit. Keep my name out of your mouth. And it's disrespectful to call somebody's mother a witch. So, Nneka, you have gone low, honey. So, this is not a good way to start out. It is not a good way to gain fan favor if that's what you're trying to do. This is not the right way to go about it. So let me stop talking and get into some of these tweets and show you why I think this account is from a person that knows Wendy and has personal beef. This is not just a fan that is sitting online and they watch the show and they have their thoughts about it. No, this is a person with whom is in the life, in the vicinity. Like, they have real life interactions. Yeah, I just went up underneath her post about, oh, I have a publicist and everything like that. Well, first of all, she only has a little over 1,200 followers, and she's been on this season. It only has a little over 1,200 followers. That should tell you something. That itself should tell you something. You've got a long way to go, Nneka. But then further, if you go underneath this post of where she talked about her publicist, people are eating her the fuck up. Someone said, I thought I was going to like you, but this post alone made me realize you and your publicist are super cringe. Relax. That response alone has 1.k likes on it. People do not like this woman. Like, this is not the right way to come on as a newbie, as a housewife. We want a newbie like Jen off of Real Housewives of OC. She was an excellent newbie. I'm looking forward to seeing her next season. I feel like she came in, she was very vulnerable. She let us know what she'd been through, what she's going through, and where she's trying to go. She didn't lie about anything, I felt, in my opinion. I think she was just very confused with what was going on in her own relationship because her man was confusing as well. And she was just trying to navigate her way through it. And she had fucking Tamara being a horrible friend to her. And she stood up for herself in the end at the reunion and whatnot. I think Jen was an excellent newbie. I think she did it the right way. The way Nneka came in this season, first of all, it was a bad idea to have dang on Ashley bring you in with some bullshit. People already don't like her and think her as messy. So if you're in association with her, you're just messy by default. So people are not feeling you. Someone said, girl, not a public service announcement. Yeah, like, who the fuck are you to have a publicist for your Twitter? Like, we do not know you. Like, why are you making a public service announcement? Because you know that you are behind the scenes saying some foul shit on your burner account and you want people to know that that's not you because you have this account that's run by your publicist and this is the only official account of yours? No, it doesn't work. Someone said, you're just as crooked as that wig you had on last night. Oh my God, with the okay girl by Nene meme. Oof. You are so thirsty to fit in with the light skins, you can't even see they're using you to do their dirty work against Wendy. At your fossil age, you should know better, babe. Girl, shut up, laughing my ass off. Who are you again? So people are, you get the gist. You get the fucking gist. So let me go back. Let me go back here. Okay. So this account that I was telling you about that was made just in November of this year, Nick Turner at Nick T 1975 is posting these horrible things about Wendy, and I'm just going to read a few. It says hashtag at RHOP. Can Wendy just drop dead already? She is ruining RHOP. All the women in Real Housewives of Potomac are pretty, and we have Windrell's cunt ass. Just die, Wendy. RHOP, fuck Wendy, get money. Fuck Wendy, get money. Or maybe Wendy dies and gets money. Then it says hashtag at RHOP. Wendy is fucking ugly, bro. Like, she crosses the line between Mr. Potato Head and Miss Lawrence. God, now I might have to question Eddie's cuckold Acepho's sexuality because Wendy might be a man. Wendy needs to be destroyed and spit at. Like, are y'all getting what the, like, what I'm, like, and it goes on and on and on. Disgusting shit. And at the same time, this account is saying mad shit about Wendy, okay? Also is, I guess, retweeting people saying, oh, I love Nneka. She feels like a girl's girl, breath of fresh air, by this account called Reality by Ashley. So this account is retweeting and liking positive things about Nneka and is spewing all types of vitriol about Wendy, like wishing death. Like, is it really that serious? So this came from the account who screenshotted all of this, and I'll show you guys, came from the account Mad Beefs. And they say, after my private investigation I've done, I've come to the conclusion that I truly believe in my heart of hearts that this account that was created a few days ago is run by Nneka. The venom in which they hate Wendy has a hit of a new low. Like, it's low. It's low. So I'm actually going to try to go over... Let me go over here. I'm going to pull up the account. Hold on. So I've gone over to the account of the alleged burner account of Nneka that was created this month of this year. And as of even an hour ago, this account is talking about some hashtag RHOP hot tea alert. Word on the curb is Outer Mongolia is Cruz Osefo, Wendy Osefo's son, allegedly isn't Eddie's. Allegedly sources say it's Eddie's best man, Vincente Cruz. Child, Wendy is a whore, like her bleaching mammy. Told y'all Eddie was a cuckold. So now this account is bringing in children and saying that one of Eddie's sons is not his, but his best man, and is calling Wendy a whore. Are y'all seeing? Like, this is a Wendy hate account. Every single tweet on this account is hate on Wendy. Like, I have never seen an account like this. Just 20 hours ago, allegedly the reason Wendy got to be on Fox News was because she was giving head to Tucker Carlson. Y'all know them white-loving, fucking on ugly, dog-faced, dark-skinned black women like Wendy. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, 23 hours ago, they posted a poll saying hashtag RHOP Wendy punishment poll. The options are Wendy off herself or Wendy be tortured. I hope Wendy is alerted to this account because it is vile. It is vile, and there is no reason that just a random fan, okay, who sits and watches the show like you and me would have so much hate in their heart to open this account and talk all day long about how much they hate Wendy, so much to the point where, like, they are talking about her kids, her husband, death threats, the lowest of the low. I hope Wendy is alerted to this account. I want to see if I can report it. Yeah, I'm reporting this. I just reported it. It is hate. I'm reporting it as hate. Next. Slurs, hateful references, absolutely submit. Done. So I just reported this account because there is no reason. There is no reason for somebody to be going this fucking hard at Wendy and then supporting damn Nneka at the same time. And if it's not Nneka, it's certainly somebody Nneka knows, in my opinion, who Nneka is close with. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you guys because Potomac is getting dark. It's dark on the show, and now the darkness has spread online in a very real and vile way. So I'm gonna keep up on this, and we'll see what happens next week on Real Housewives of Potomac, what goes down with Wendy and Nneka, but it's concerning. But if you guys like this video, think about liking, think about subscribing, and I will see you in another one. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.